Okay, Donna, so I have poured the puree fruit mix. You can cut fruit up and put it in the bottles, or you can puree it. You can use whatever kind you want. It's totally up to you. You don't even have to use fruit if you don't want to. So I've put a little bit of fruit puree at the bottom of each bottle, and I also saved my old kombucha bottles and their lids so I can bottle them up in there too, because sometimes this isn't enough. So now that I have the fruit in, I'm going to add the kombucha in, and I'm going to do it in the sink because sometimes it spills. So you're going to take the kombucha that you've brewed and it's been sitting for a week, and you're going to give it a good stir. And at this point you have a choice. You can pour it in the bottles using a filter, so you can filter out all the stuff that's in the bottle, or you can pour it into it. It's not going to hurt you. It's actually really good for you, but some people don't like it. So we're just going to pour it in. Okay. And what I like to do in between each brewing is just give the bottle a good rinse. I don't wash it with soap because the soap can ruin it when you pour it back in. So I just rinse it really, really well. And we'll just set that aside. So you're going to give it a little stir. And then fill the bottle up almost to the top. Oh, that's a little too much. It's okay. We wasted some. So you're going to seal it. Now what's going to happen, this is the second fermentation process. You're going to fill up all the bottles with your kombucha, and you're going to seal it however you can. You can see that it's already starting to fizz. The fruit and the kombucha turn it into kind of like a fizz. So you're going to let that sit in room temperature for a couple days. Because of the pressure that builds up, you need to release the pressure, I would say at least once a day, because if you don't, it can either, the pressure can build up so great that the bottle can either burst, or when you do finally go to release the pressure after several days, it can just explode all over the place. So just make sure.
Yes, that has happened.
Yep. So you're going to want to make sure you release the pressure on those. Now, if you're using a bottle like this, let me fill that up. That doesn't have that tight seal on it. It's just going to have a cap. You really don't need to worry about releasing the pressure on that, because this type of a lid doesn't seal as tight, so the pressure can release out of the bottle a little bit. It'll still, flavor it, and it'll still get fizzy for you. But since the pressure pretty much releases out of here, it's not sealed tight. You don't have to worry about the pressure releasing on those. So you're just gonna let the fruit, go ahead and put it on there, Mom. You're just gonna let the fruit sit in there in room temperature for 2 days. You can do it up to a week if you want to. I think it's good after a day or two. And then you just put it in the fridge and it's ready to drink. And then what you're gonna do after you're done filling up all your bottles is just, you're gonna end up putting your scobies back in the jar. Also, you should know you want to save a little bit of kombucha from the previous batch into the new batch. So that's why I put some kombucha in your scobies that I gave you, because you're going to need that to brew it. So I just put my old scobies back in there. I think that's it. And then pour a little bit of your old batch of kombucha in. And over here, Ma. Once this is cooled down to room temperature, you're just going to pour it back in here until it's full. You're going to put a cloth covering over it. And I usually have rubber bands that I save. Here it is. And I put it over here, over the top like that. I put it away in a room temperature dark area like this cupboard, and then I just let it sit for a week. I don't touch it. You can, if you want to look at it, you can, but you usually just want to leave it alone for about 7 to 9 days. And that's it.